I think being an excellent manifester means knowing your part in the play. I must know my part in this movie that I am creating. I must make sure I'm the main character. I also must write everybody that's acting in my life. I must write their scripts. If not, right, no one has the power to write their own scripts in my movie. If not, you gotta go. Don't care where you go, but you gotta go, right? So anyways, the point is that when I say knowing my part, is the big part of manifestation is co-creating with the universe. There is a power, the invisible power, right? And it's about trusting that power to bring the unseen to the seen world, right? Because I'm very limited, right, as a human being. So my magic as a human being is knowing that my access point to everything that I say I want is aligned by the universe. That is all-knowing, right? That is unlimited. So during this process, then there's a desire born, right? Okay, right? You accomplish something, now you're on to the next one. It's all about knowing my part. So then, as a person or as a human being, there are things that I must do in action form to the level that I can, and I must do whatever it is available. I cannot neglect that. If it's available, right, on the physical form, then I must act, because that's my part. But I think the problem lies not knowing which parts that we're supposed to play and which part we're supposed to let the universe play. Because we were taught to work hard. We were taught as if we create everything, as if as if we know everything, right? We don't. There is an invisible power that speaks to us if we allow it through anything and everything. But the world, or the way life has been orchestrated, is like to separate us, to drive us away from the plants and animals, everything that is created. But when I arrive on earth, right, something exists, right? The mountain, the beach, everything that's God's creation. And whenever I find myself focusing and relaxing into the state of a flower, or again, whatever it is that's God creation. For me, it's trees, and I'm very much in tune with the trees in the mountain, right? It speaks to you, right? So it's about, how did that mountain come about? No human being can create a mountain, right? No human being can create a tree. Yes, you sow the seed, but no man can create the seed. It's already here. It already exists. Everything that we create in our own way, the basic of it, is already on earth. Yes, the architecture or the artist would draw the car or the building, but is it human being that create the sand? Is it human being that create the metal? Is it human being that create whatever it is that you use to build a building, or whatever it is that you use to build a car? Right? These things, the tools, already existed on earth. So like, we fight over something that we don't even own, right? Like, we're gonna leave everything behind. Anyways, that's not the point. But so there is then the invisible power to help me create whatever it is that I want. My job is to be inspired. My job is to be interested in something, right? And my job is to love, because love is the main ingredient. And that's where it starts. If I don't love it, there's no point of even trying to manifest this thing. Love is the highest driving force in manifesting anything. Because there is this thing called the science of process, the science of life. It's like a 4-volume book, right? It's so funny, actually. I dreamt about it. The Science of Life, a book. I wrote about it on my first book. But yeah, like I even saw the color and everything. And I woke up, I went straight to the library, and guess what? It exists. And it turned out to be was a book that was written in 18 something or 1913, something like that, a long time ago. It's like a 4-volume, one of those encyclopedia type of books. Right? It's like a study of life. But we are so separated, we are so busy with life and with what man creates, like with our little cell phones. It's like we forget to look around and smell the flowers. So we live through muscle memory. So we think we create everything, and our mind is busy because there's so much information that we are bombarded by throughout our life. So the mind, its main job is to survive, to help us. We shouldn't even hate it. The ego, that's what it does. It just wants to survive. So it wants to help you. That's why it's going to be redundant, right? Trying to create something with the mind. Because it's only going to be, power is to reference, right? Like, I remember how much I hated my experience at a university, like writing essays. And as a psychologist student, there's a lot of research paper that we have to write, and it's like you have to reference. I didn't get that part. It's like, it's fucking clairvoyance. Leave me alone, right? Why do I have to reference Freud? Why do I have to sound like Freud, right? Like, it's my own. I'm my own. I was born a philosopher too, right? Did they go to school? Did they have a degree? Now we have to learn about them, right? That shit just never made sense to me. So it's like we have been separated from nature. That each individual was born with their own innate interest. And when we become more attached and in tune with the rest of the world is when we become the best version of ourselves. Right? The more you are with nature, the more you are with animals, and the more you pay attention to God's creation, it's like you start to understand, wow, I do not know shit, right? Like it's like it's what's the word I'm looking for? Sooner or later you will ask, you'll question your own existence, and that's the highest form of achievement for me. Know thyself. But when we don't, if our only relationship is with human beings, it's like there is no growth. It's like no human being, even your own lover, even your own child, unless it's like a baby that doesn't even talk yet. Even the babies are aggravating, right? They're moody. You have to tend to them, right? But like the tree, it wants nothing from you, but it gives you everything that you need. Animals, they want nothing from you. All they give you is love, right? So the more we pay attention to existence, the more we understand this. Oh, there's an invisible power. There's a process for everything. The corn has its own time before it's fruitful. The apple tree. And animals, right? The horse is like 5 months, I think. The chicken is like 21 days, I think. And human being is like 9 months, right? Everything has a process. So what about in the creation of man? It's all about our faith and understanding that, right? There's no time. What man creation, it's measured upon its level of trust and truly the inspiration of this recording right now. And it's truly knowing the difference between my part and the universe's part, the invisible power. I have to let it. If not, I'm gonna be all over the place, right? So it's just gonna be creating a emotional pattern, right? Continuously same neural pathway, right? It's like we're creating the same neurological pattern, and time doesn't exist. So for us, it's just gonna be like, oh, we make ourselves tired, we make ourselves agitated, and it's like we count the days, we count the time, we count their age, right? It's like we are cluttering everything. But when we learn to trust, meaning when we learn, it's like, okay, I'm creating something, I'm manifesting something, right? I found my interest, I want to do this. All right. First of all, I have to delete the wanting sense. It's like we have to understand wanting is like dwelling on the not having it, right? So like we have to change the feeling of wanting. If the mind can conceive, the mind can achieve, right? So it's like if I want something, I must know that I can do it, right? Unless I'm stupid, I shouldn't want anything that I am not capable of doing. Or I shouldn't want anything that I don't truly love, right? That's the thing. If you quit, like patiently, gardening, like the farmer is not going to bury the seed and it's just going to sit and wait for it. No, it's going to tend to it every day, rid of the weeds, right? Helping the soil, giving it the right nutrition, watering it until it comes. The farmer is not going to give up on day 3 or day 7. It's like, all right, I'm not seeing any result. No. So just like that with us, our part will present itself. All right, for example, right? I can use myself. I want to publish a book. I want to be one of the greatest writers that ever walked on earth. Okay, what is my job? The universe will give me the idea. The idea is here. Okay. Am I going to be in the mood to write every single day? No, but I know what is my job. My job is to type or to write it, to handwrite it, however way that I write. And every day, my job is to write, right? I'm not going to be like, oh, I don't have money to publish it, so therefore I'm not going to wait for the money to publish to come, and then I'm going to write. No, right? That's like the example mentioned on The Strangest Secret. Give me fire and I'll give you wood, right? That's not going to work like that. So, again, this is also note to self, right? This is what I'm going through currently as a person, right? It's about knowing it's like when we don't know the universe's part, we don't know how to stay still, we don't know how to relax, we don't know how to play. We just become so rigid, right? But someday I want to write all day, someday I just want to watch movies, I want to relax, right? I want to play, right? But it doesn't mean that I stopped writing, right? Like, am I gonna not write for a whole week? No, that's also wrong, right? So it's all about being flexible and knowing your part. And in between, honoring the human self, honoring what it wants. I can't just be writing every day. And as a writer, actually, the inspiration is not even there to write every single day. But editing, though, it takes time. But I can edit anytime, at any day, though, right? So it's about knowing my job, knowing my part. Right? I can't sit and fight the universe. I have nothing to write. I'll put myself in the position to write a new chapter. I will sit there. I'll let it come. I'll trust it. But I'm not going to sit there and be like, give me something, like keep hitting the keyboard. No. Play with it. Be flexible. All right. I'm sitting, right? There's no idea. Okay. Get up, do yoga, get up, meditate, get up, go outside, get up, go to the gym, get up, exercise, get up, meet with friends, go get up, go get coffee, get up, do something. Things that I must do. Every day will present itself with enough opportunity to learn, to experiment with life. But it is imperative to know our part in this manifestation process. I'm telling you, that's what I'm learning, right? Like, I was just sitting, I was editing, and I'm like, I couldn't even understand what I'm writing, right? There's the Grammarly version and then my version. I'm just reading both, and it's just like, how do I know the difference that I'm not in the mood to write? I am happy when I write. I love when I read what I'm writing, when I'm like reading it by paragraph when I'm editing. I'm enjoying reading it. And some days I don't want to. Okay, step away. All right, I wanted to watch a movie. Okay. And then right before opening Netflix, I decided, you know what? You should record this. It's about knowing your part. And do your part. And then right after I had that realization, I looked over my YouTube channel, and then I found a reel by Bashar. He's like, your job is to do what you can do at a level that you can do it. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Knowing my part. Because even trusting is also like a part that I must play. What does it mean? By not being rigid, being flexible. Like, oh, I don't have to have it when I want it. That's the flexible. That's the process of life, respecting it. Everything has a process. And there's a reason. And I believe at this point that processing gap takes place to truly help us understand and get to a knowing stage that it is ours, whatever it is that we claim that is ours, that we want it truly. Because sometimes we don't even want we can want something that's not even beneficial to us, or something that's not even our true interest. We could simply just, it could be, it would just tap it into the wrong frequency. I don't know, like you could just simply want something just because those people told you to, that you're good at it, or whatever. It can come, the inspiration can come externally. And then during the process though, now you have the chance, the time to understand if you truly are what you say you want. Because it's all about embodying it, right? It's about being that person. A man can't just want. A man has to become, right? So that gap, the process is going to give you the time to truly have a clear understanding that, yes, I am this person. I see myself as this person. I can do this. I love this. More importantly, yes, I love this. Because without love, the daily push is not going to be there. You can't. So that's good. If you no longer can push, that means it's time to stop and it's like, is this really what I really want? And then the answer becomes yes or no. I think life was supposed to be so easy, but because of power and greed, right? Evil and good always existed. That people created life to be so complicated, and it's like, oh, it has become a test. But when you truly think about it, like think about yourself outside of your name, outside of identity, outside of your past, future, just be in the present. Like, what are we really? Like, as a baby, when I came to earth, why did I come? And what existed? Right? Children will never be bored if they're left outside, if there's nature around them, right? But because our values are so fucked and reproduction has become the highest achievement for a man, right? Because we're so scared of being alone. You live in an apartment and you give birth, and it's like this child has nothing to play with but his iPad. So already, like, you're basically raising a robot, not even humans, right? Everyone walk around with zero compassion to themselves, zero interest in themselves. It's misery loves company, right? It's like hurting one another. That's basically what the life that we're living currently, and it's sad. I wrote about the compassion on my last as my last paper in psychology school, right? It's like compassion. I think that's what we lack, because we can only give to others what we can give to ourselves. It's like, stop lying, stop saying. It's like Maya Angelou said, look out. It's like the most dangerous person is a person that don't love themselves but they tell you they love you. That is the most dangerous situation to be in, right? Because a person can only truly love you when they love themselves. A person can truly value you if they have value to themselves. Yeah, I think that's it. Ooh, today's 717, angel number. I love it.